iPhone 15 Pro Max rumored release date, specs, price, cameras, and more. The iPhone 15 Pro Max promises big upgrades. Apple seems to be pushing the boat out with the iPhone 15 Pro Max from what the rumors are saying. Not only will it get the same changes tipped for the basic iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Pro, but it'll get some upgrades all to itself. So, what should we expect in terms of upgrades? We could see a powerful new 3nm A17 Bionic chip, a stronger titanium design, and Apple's first periscope lens, with double the zooming power of the current iPhones. For more details, here are all the rumors and leaks so far for the new iPhone 15 Pro Max. iPhone 15 Pro Max latest news updated August 17th. An action button and USB-C cutout can be seen with iPhone 15 Pro dummy unit. Another report says the USB-C port on some iPhone models might offer Thunderbolt connectivity for faster data transfer speeds. New leaked benchmarking scores show a massive leap in iPhone 15 Pro performance that should also occur on iPhone 15 Pro Max. iPhone 15 Pro Max potential release date. We expect to see Apple launch the iPhone 15 lineup in the fall, with the most likely looking launch date being September 13th, according to several sources. However, Mark Gurman later claimed that September 12th was the more likely candidate. We've got to look at the 7 new products Apple could show off at that event, including the latest iPhones. Be aware that some analysts have suggested that certain iPhone models may not arrive until October due to October's also been given as a launch month because of some alleged delays in production, with other sources saying that issues with certain iPhone 15 Pro Max displays were holding things up, or could mean supplies are limited when it does drop. This would be a surprise, though, especially since production appears to be well underway as of mid-August. iPhone 15 Pro Max price. We had been working off the idea that the iPhone 15 Pro Max's price will track with that of the iPhone 14 Pro lineup. So that means a starting price of $1,099, £1,199, £1 Australian dollar, $899 for a base 128GB model, topping out at $1,599, £1,749, £2,769 Australian dollars for a 1TB version. But that could all be changed if the rumor of a $100 price increase for the Pro and $200 for the Pro Max comes to fruition. If that turns out to be the case, a base iPhone 15 Pro Max could start at a hefty $1,300, with the 1TB models topping out at $1,800. That would make it the most expensive iPhone ever. So if this price rise does happen, then Apple will have to make the case for why you should pay more for an iPhone 15 Pro Max. That's a tall order though, especially since some analysis claims sales forecasts for the new iPhones are lower than the iPhone 14's. The best time to sell your old iPhone may be coming up soon. According to price comparison site Celsel, the ideal window is apparently between August 19th and August 26th. Otherwise, you might lose up to 65% of the phone's resale value. iPhone 15 Pro Max design and display. The iPhone 15 Pro Max could be getting a new look, led by a rumor that says Apple's iPhones will feature more rounded edges than in the recent past. That claim has been backed up by leaks of iPhone 15 dummy units that show off rounded edges in addition to other rumored design changes, like the addition of both USB-C and an action button. More on those features in a moment. We've also heard that Apple may be shrinking the bezels on the iPhone 15 Pro Max to the smallest of any smartphone around. This is backed up by 9to5Mac, which has delivered iPhone 15 Pro Max renders that show the new model from every angle. The site says the bezels could be just 1.55 millimeters. New iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max renders posted by Ice Universe confirm that size. While Mark Gurman says the reduction in bezel will come thanks to the same lipo screen technology used in the Apple Watch. Regardless of bezels, don't expect the return of Touch ID on any iPhone 15 model, including the Pro Max. The Pro Max may have a smaller camera bump than the iPhone 15 Pro, as only the former is tipped for a periscope zoom camera. The renders also show solid-state buttons instead of mechanical buttons, and a new red color for the Pro and Pro Max. Those solid-state buttons, which would have replaced the regular moving buttons, now seem to no longer be a thing for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. They may not even appear on the iPhone 16 series next year, other sources have also claimed. Deep red will be Apple's signature color for the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max this year, with additional iPhone 15 color reports backing up that claim. We assume we'll also have more reserved gold, silver, and space gray, black options returning from previous Pro iPhones too. The iPhone 15 Pro Max's chassis could be made of titanium, and an aerospace-grade type of titanium at that. This could lead to a stronger yet lighter iPhone Pro Max, which we think would be an excellent upgrade and shift away from the stainless steel edges that can be chipped easily, in our experience at least. Speaking of buttons, one rumor claims the iPhone 15 Pro models could come with an action button similar to the one found on the Apple Watch Ultra. This action button would be customizable like that on the Apple Watch Ultra, and one report has the action button tipped to be a super shortcut button for the iPhone 15 Pro phones, enabling users to assign actions like triggering the camera, flashlight, translate, or voice memos features. CAD renders of the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max show us what an action button might look like, while a leaked case shows us how Apple's had to adapt its usual case design to account for the new button, adding more evidence to these substantial design changes. There was a dummy unit of the iPhone 15 Pro leaked with what appears to be an action button and larger cutout for a USB-C port. A separate iPhone 15 Pro case leak shows new pictures show power and volume buttons positioned that are slightly lower than on the iPhone 14 Pro, as well as a slightly larger bottom cutout. For a USB-C port, the cases also show a cutout for the new dedicated mute button rumor that replaces the ringer switch. The phone's interior could also get a redesign, akin to that found in the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus. Not only should this come with a removable back glass plate, the design itself could allow repairs from the front and back sides of the phone. iPhone 15 Pro Max USB-C. Rumors of USB-C connectivity replacing the venerable Lightning port seem very likely on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, as the European Union has demanded that phones need to adopt USB-C as the common charging standard by December 2024. Apple is very likely to get ahead of that with the iPhone 15 lineup. That seems more likely than ever, based on a report that Apple has moved its own USB-C accessories into mass production ahead of the iPhone 15 launch in the fall. Adopting USB-C would certainly help with charging and ease of connectivity, but it could make connecting to older iPhone accessors a little awkward without converters and dongles. Such the price of change, it could be worth it for the rumored Thunderbolt 3 speeds though. Thunderbolt also allows for display output, which could have all sorts of fun implications for iPhone users. A report even suggests that some iPhone 15 models, most likely the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, will offer Thunderbolt connectivity via the USB-C port. Sadly, we've got reasons to be worried about this change. Rumor has it that Apple could transition the Made for iPhone certification program to USB-C and deliberately restrict the charging and data transfer speeds of non-certified cables. The fact that pictures allegedly showing iPhone USB-C ports feature a mysterious chip doesn't bode well for anyone hoping to use all their old USB-C cables on iPhone 15 Pro Max. iPhone 15 Pro Max cameras. Expect the iPhone 15 Pro Max to stick with the same trio of rear cameras as the iPhone 14 Pro Max. A main, ultra-wide and telephoto suite of snappers. That'll be fine by us, as the iPhone 14 Pro Max is one of our top picks for the best camera phones. There are dueling rumors about some improvements. Apple had been tipped to use a new Sony state-of-the-art sensor for the iPhone 15. This sensor could be a new model that's almost an inch across, and could use a new design with a triple-stacked sensor, which should make for brighter and more colorful photos. However, this rumor has been refuted, with another tech tipster noting that we'll have to wait for the iPhone 16 Pro to see a larger main camera sensor. Similarly, a leaker claims the main camera sensor on the iPhone 15 Pro Max isn't changing from what the iPhone 14 Pro Max offered. A more likely upgrade could be a periscope telephoto lens for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, tipped by Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, which would use an array of optical lenses to boost the zoom range of the camera without needing to rely on cropping or digital zooming. In fact, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is tipped for a 6x periscope zoom, which would be double what the iPhone 14 Pro Max offers. There's no word on how high the iPhone 15 Pro Max's digital zoom will go, but it will certainly be higher than the 14 Pro Max's 15x. The Twitter leaker Unknowns to One backs up the iPhone 15 Pro Max's periscope lens will be exclusive to that handset, so don't expect it on the regular iPhone 15 Pro. The iPhone 16 Pro may get it next year, though, with an even more powerful lens tipped for the second-gen version of the camera. That lens array could even be capable of variable zoom. That would give the iPhone 15 Pro Max the ability to switch magnification levels without needing to rely on digital zoom or requiring an extra dedicated camera for the higher, lower zoom level. As a result of the new periscope zoom lens, Apple is reportedly swapping the position of the ultra-wide and telephoto cameras on both the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, even though the periscope is supposed to be a Pro Max exclusive. Another cool rumor claims that the iPhone 15 Pro will sport an 8P main lens to reduce distortion in wider-angle shots. But considering that Apple just moved to a 7 lens for the iPhone 14 Pro, this tidbit is one we're a little skeptical about. In addition, the iPhone 15 Pro models could sport an upgraded LiDAR sensor to bring in more performance and better power efficiency. Not only could this be a boon for iPhone battery life, but it could make for better portrait photos with improved depth sensing, as well as boosted augmented reality apps, which can benefit from better room scanning sensors. Okay, thanks for watching. Follow for more videos. See you next part. Goodbye.